from SoFi Stadium. Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out come the Rams now for their... Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Stafford now to throw. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. Now Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic, so I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Geno. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing is Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Only 3 there on the screen and 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Smith now to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
The way this game is going, the way that they possess the ball on the other side of the field, you go 3 and out here, you might not see the ball again until the 2nd quarter.
Now Geno on 1st down. Throw out wide to Walker. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Escaping the pressure right. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Seahawks first down.
From the red zone now, Smith. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Geno now to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Walker. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Stafford on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Stafford on third down. He's got Higbee complete right side. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
Here comes the Rams punter now. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. That's taken on the 25. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. On the slant, it's Fant. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. From the 39, Smith going right back to Fant. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Smith. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
He's got his tight end Fant. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 36. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Smith on first down. This one goes underneath to Walker. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Still 9 remaining on second down. Throwing again is Smith. And Walker with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He'll find Eskridge here complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Seahawks in that first half. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fields it right around the goal line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Smith. He completes this to Walker. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Taken down at the 41.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. On 2nd down, it's Walker. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Smith on 3rd down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Smith. And Walker has it. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Walker now on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Seven yards there and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, it's Smith. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now Geno. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Myers' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 38. He starts with a give to Akers. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Complete. Jefferson the target. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The Rams on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Stafford. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Out of the gun. Stafford. This is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Now wasting time going right back to DK Metcalf. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Now Smith. He finds his man complete. That's Walker. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee. Second and 11 now. Trying the left side with Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Down to a knee. Here goes Smith, and that should all but do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.